Well, hey, you guys, do you ever feel confused about the goals that you should be working towards financially? Or maybe having money goals has never even crossed your mind? Well, either way, we all know that the internet is full of hot takes and random advice, and it's tough to know who to trust. After over a decade in the personal finance industry, I can confidently say that I've seen majority of people win using the same tried and true financial advice. So no matter your income level, debt level, marital status, savings progress, these steps work for everyone. So today, I'm walking you through the proven plan so that you can figure out exactly where to start. And stick around till the end because I'll share my number one non-negotiable money goal that everyone should be working towards no matter their status. So first, let me just address the elephant in the room. Is it really that big of a deal that we should always be working towards a financial goal? I'm going to say, in my opinion, yes. I think that there is so much power in working towards something. So money aside, just the integrity and the strength of character that you build when you push yourself and lean into discomfort is priceless. And from a financial standpoint, there is so much data out there that proves being intentional with your money, no matter what level you're on financially, is the secret to gaining momentum in your wealth building journey. So again, you guys, being intentional with your money, it is so key. Now, there will be seasons that you're more intense, some seasons not, but always having that forward progress, I think, is so important. And so like I said, there are 7 steps, we call them the Ramsey baby steps, that allow you to take full control over your money, your building wealth goals, achieving financial peace, all of it. So these are steps that actually my dad, Dave Ramsey, created, and realizing that walking people through not just a set of principles, because principles are important, but actual steps where you can see progress is really key to winning with money, because so much of money is behavior change. And when you know that you're doing something and checking something off the list of like, I did step 1, I did step 2, there's something in us that keeps us moving forward in that. Now let's go through those steps in order so that you can figure out exactly where you fall. So step 1 is to save a $1,000 emergency fund. So again, starter emergency fund. This is not your forever emergency fund, but it's to get you started. Now, some people complain that $1,000 isn't enough, and at times it's not. So that means you will have to pause your other financial goals at times when you're paying off debt, especially, to save up more money to bump up that emergency fund if you need it. But that's what's key, is that it should kind of drive you to be paying off debt, because that's step number 2. But if you try to pay off debt without an emergency fund, then you'll end up going back in debt if something happens. And then also, some people want a bigger emergency fund, and it takes you longer to be building up cash for an emergency fund while you're still paying out all this debt and all this interest. So it's easier just to get a quick start on debt and free up that income, because that's where you're going to see progress. So again, starter emergency fund. Step 1 is $1,000. Step 2 is paying off all of your debt but your mortgage. So this is going to include student loans, credit card debt, car payments, personal loans. Anything that is revolved around debt except for your mortgage is in this process. So you're going to list out all of your debt, smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate, pay minimum payments on everything, and attack the smallest one first. Once that's paid off, you're gonna be able to take the payments that you're paying on that, roll it over to the second smallest debt. So it keeps freeing up, again, these payments, and you're able to build momentum, and it creates a snowball effect. Okay, once that is all done, then you can move on to step 3, and you're gonna bump up that starter emergency fund to 3 to 6 months of expenses. And you can do this in a high yield savings account, but the idea here is you don't want to invest this account. You wanna be able to get to it if you need it. So if a job loss happens, medical emergency, you have a lot of money saved in the bank just for emergencies. Okay, this is, I think, a big accomplishment. Once you get past maybe step 3, you are completely debt-free but your house, and you have money saved in the bank already. That is a massive financial milestone that I think you really do feel in so much of your life. You feel so much peace. And again, it is so necessary to keep going, right? We don't want to slow down, but in those 3 steps, you guys, it is full intensity. And then once you complete those 3 steps, the next steps, again, we say you can take your foot off the gas a little bit, and it's more, okay, we're still gonna work towards some things, but you don't have to be that intense. So step 4 is to save 15% of your income into retirement. So there's different ways you can do this, but always remember this: match beats Roth beats traditional. So let's say you have 15% of your income and your company matches 5%. You'll take part of that 15%, 5% of it, put into your 401k. That means you have 10% left. Then I would go and fund a Roth IRA. If you max it out with 10% that's left and you have 2% left, then go back to your 401k and you can fund that. But those are two great options, a 401k or a 403b. And a Roth IRA. So be looking into those because, again, I think it's key. And if you want to check out our investment calculator at RamseySolutions.com, plug in some numbers and just see what compound interest does. It's a beautiful thing. All right, step 5 is to save for your kids' college. And so if you have kids, again, this is something that you can start doing and working towards because so many students have to take out student loans. And if you're a parent, that is a gift. It is not a requirement, but a gift to be able to help your kids when it comes to college. So putting money in a 529 account, I think is great, or an ESA, an educational savings account. But you can sit down with a SmartVestor Pro when it comes to your retirement and kids' college and really map it out. And so, again, being able to set your kids up, I think, is such a gift when it comes to their education. All right, step 6 is paying the house off early. So what you're going to see is you're going to be doing retirement, kids' college, and then anything else you have extra, just be throwing at the house. So you'll do 4, 5, and 6 at the same time. And this is one of those things that, man, you just keep moving at it. But when you're paying off your house and you pay off your house early at step 6, it is one of the most underrated things that you can do to increase your net worth and find a lot of peace. And on average, we have found that people working the baby steps pay off their homes in just over 11 years. So if you have completed all 5 steps, and usually that takes around 2, 3, 4 years to do, the rest of it, people are paying off their houses. So could you imagine not having a mortgage for 30 years, but for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years? It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So being able to take advantage of that, paying your house off, it's an incredible thing. And then once that's done, all that's left is baby step 7, to build wealth and give. So giving is part of your entire financial journey, regardless of where you are. I always say give a little until you can give a lot. But at baby step 7, that's when you get to increase and you get to be extremely generous because all you're doing is funding investments and enjoying life and giving money away. And that's what you have left to do. And it's just wonderful. So no matter how many people tell you on the internet that your financial goals are dependent on your age, on your income, your geographic location, the truth is it really has to start with you deciding to make progress. Now, do those things factor in? Absolutely. But this idea that you have the ability to take control of your money is huge. So use the baby steps, you guys. It is a proven plan to be able to get control of your money, get out of debt, save for the future, and all of it. So if you have not been budgeting is going to help you in this process. Make sure to check out Every Dollar. I'll leave a link down below because this is really the whole plan, you guys, wrapped up in one video. But it's easier said than done. I can do this in a 7-minute video. But you're the one that actually has to make the progress, but you can do it. We see people every single day that are deciding, I'm going to take control of my money because that's what I believe is so important and that you can do it. So remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.